Have you ever wondered what's missing to transform your life? Perhaps you've done everything, worked hard, followed success formulas, repeated positive affirmations, but the results still don't show up the way you'd like. What if I told you that there is an invisible force dormant within you, waiting to be activated, capable of transforming every aspect of your reality? A force that doesn't rely on physical effort or struggle, but rather on an internal power that we all possess, even if it is still asleep. Imagine this. Instead of fighting against external circumstances, you can activate this force and allow it to attract everything you desire. Healthier relationships, financial opportunities, vibrant health, inner peace. All of this can be accessed when you understand and use this invisible force. You'll understand exactly what this force is, how it's already operating in your life, and most importantly, how you can start using it consciously to create profound transformations. Most people live without being aware of this power. We go through our daily routines, reacting to what life presents to us, without realizing that we are constantly creating our reality through our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. This invisible force is acting all the time, whether you are conscious of it or not. But the secret to transformation lies in learning how to control it and direct it intentionally. But what exactly is this invisible force? It is your life energy, your concentrated intention, your connection to something greater than the physical world. It is the energy field around you that responds to everything you feel and think. It is the internal vibration you emit, shaping how the universe responds to you. Quantum physics tells us that everything in the universe is energy, and this energy is constantly moving, influenced by our inner state. How you feel, think, and believe directly impacts the experiences you attract. When we talk about transforming your life with your invisible force, we are talking about something deeper than just positive thinking. We are talking about a shift in your internal vibration, a powerful connection between your mind and heart that creates such a strong resonance that you begin to attract experiences that are in harmony with this state. This is not baseless mysticism. It's a truth that has been proven both by modern science and by ancient spiritual traditions. Have you ever thought of someone you haven't seen in years and that person calls you right after? Or perhaps you've had a strong feeling about something that ended up happening? These experiences aren't coincidences. They are signs that your invisible force is always in action, connecting you to the energy field around you and shaping your reality. The question is, how can we make this happen intentionally and powerfully, rather than sporadically and accidentally? The first key to activating this invisible force is clarity of intention. When you are clear about what you want, your focus begins to align the energy around you in an almost magical way. The universe doesn't respond to vague or confused desires. It responds to clarity, to certainty. This means that the first step to transforming your life with this force is to clearly define what you want. It sounds simple, but most people never take the time to truly connect with their deepest and most honest desires. Beyond clarity of intention, the mind-heart connection is essential. Our mind can be a powerful tool for creation, but without emotional alignment, it doesn't have the strength needed to manifest. The true power resides in the heart. When you feel with your whole being that you are already living the reality you desire, something incredible begins to happen. Your vibration rises, and you begin to emit an energy that attracts people, circumstances, and opportunities that resonate with this vibration. The heart is the central point of manifestation. One of the biggest mistakes we make is focusing only on the rational side of creation. We try to plan, calculate, and control every detail. But often, we forget that true transformation starts from the inside out when we allow our energy to flow freely and trust the process. It's not about relentless effort. It's about aligning your internal vibration and letting the universe do its part. By learning to activate this invisible force, you will start to notice almost immediate transformations in your life. Circumstances will begin to reorganize in ways that once seemed impossible. Not because something magical happened out there, but because something profound changed within you. And this internal change is the true secret to creating a life of fulfillment, abundance, and achievement. This force goes far beyond what we can see or touch. It is a field of energy that is within and around each of us, influencing every aspect of our lives. Many spiritual traditions and ancient cultures have recognized this force, calling it by different names: prana in Hindu philosophy, chi in Taoism, and vital energy in many shamanic traditions. Although the names vary, the essence is the same. It is a subtle but powerful force that is always available to be accessed and directed. In Eastern philosophy, prana and chi are understood as the vital energy that permeates the entire universe. According to these traditions, health, vitality, and even success in life depend on the balance and proper flow of this energy. When chi or prana flows freely, we experience harmony, inner peace, and prosperity. But when this flow is interrupted or blocked, diseases, emotional problems, and life obstacles arise. This shows us that to transform our lives, it is essential to learn to work with this energy consciously. Modern science has also begun to approach this understanding through quantum physics. One of the fundamental principles of quantum physics is that everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. We as human beings are also made of energy, and our thoughts, emotions, and intentions have their own vibration that interacts with the world around us. Another way to understand this invisible force is through the power of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is responsible for more than 90% of our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors. Often, we operate on autopilot, unaware that our deepest beliefs are shaping how we experience the world. When we connect with this invisible force, which is direct communication with our subconscious mind, we can reprogram these beliefs and begin to manifest new realities. The power of intention is, in fact, the key to accessing and directing the unlimited power of our subconscious. For many, this idea of an invisible force may seem abstract, but in reality, it is present in our lives every day. Think about those moments when you just know something is about to happen even before you have any concrete evidence. Or when you think of someone and suddenly you receive a message from that person. These are everyday examples of synchronicity, a concept Carl Jung defined as meaningful coincidences that cannot be explained by common causality, but hold deep significance. A classic example of how this force already operates unconsciously is when you feel a strong intuition about an important decision. Perhaps you've experienced situations where your instinct told you to follow a particular path, even when your rational mind couldn't justify the choice. And often, that instinct proved correct. This is the invisible force in action. It manifests as intuitions, feelings, or sudden insights, guiding you in the right direction, even if you aren't fully aware of how or why it's happening. Another example of how this force works unconsciously is the patterns we repeat in our lives. Have you ever noticed that in certain situations, it seems like the same thing keeps happening repeatedly? Maybe you always attract the same type of relationship or face the same financial challenges, no matter what you do. This happens because your internal energy, what you deeply believe about yourself and the world, is sending signals to the universe and attracting experiences that match that vibration. Even if it's not something you do consciously, this invisible force is always operating. These experiences show that we are all already using this force, even if unconsciously. The difference is that by bringing this force into consciousness, you can start using it intentionally and purposefully to transform specific areas of your life. Once you become aware of the power within you, everything changes. From that point, you are no longer a victim of external circumstances. You become the creator of your reality. Think about it. Every decision you make, every thought you have, emits a vibration. This vibration propagates into the universe, creating waves of energy that attract similar experiences. This explains why, when you are in a positive and focused state, things seem to flow in your life. On the other hand, when you are full of doubts, fears, or negativity, the opposite happens. You attract more problems and difficulties. The invisible force responds to these internal vibrations, whether you realize it or not. The great secret, then, is to learn how to master this invisible force. By aligning your thoughts, emotions, and intentions with what you truly desire, you begin to create a reality that reflects this internal state. This is what it means to transform your life with your invisible force. When we talk about the science behind the invisible force, one of the first fields that comes to mind is quantum physics. Quantum physics challenges many of the conventional ideas we have about physical reality. Instead of a fixed and predictable universe, it reveals that everything is interconnected in a vast field of energy, where even the smallest particles are constantly moving and interacting with one another. This quantum field is an ocean of possibilities, where reality is shaped by the observer. This means that the simple act of observing something has the power to influence and alter the behavior of matter. One of the most revealing examples of this principle is the famous double-slit experiment, where scientists discovered that light particles, photons, behaved differently depending on how they were observed. When the scientists weren't watching, the particles acted like waves, but when observation occurred, they behaved as solid particles. This phenomenon suggests that the act of observation, or the observer's consciousness, directly influences how matter manifests in the physical world. This is a clear reflection of how our own consciousness, intentions, and vibrations play an active role in the creation of our reality. This discovery opens up a world of possibilities, showing that we are deeply connected to what happens around us. Quantum physics teaches us that we live in a field of infinite potential, and the way we interact with this field creates our experience. The invisible force, then, is this interaction between our consciousness and the quantum field of energy. It is the power to influence matter and reality through what we think and feel. And this is why clear intention is so powerful. When you focus your attention and intention on a specific outcome, you're literally shaping the reality around you. This process happens all the time, whether you are conscious of it or not, and quantum science confirms that our perception and choices have a profound impact on the physical world. In addition to quantum physics, neuroscience also offers fascinating insights into how our intentions shape reality. The human brain is an incredibly complex machine, composed of billions of neurons that communicate through synapses, creating neural networks. When you have a thought or belief, specific neurons fire together, reinforcing these patterns over time. This process, known as neuroplasticity, allows the brain to reconfigure itself based on intentions, beliefs, and experiences. When we repeat thoughts or beliefs, we are essentially programming our brain to expect and create certain realities. For example, if you believe that the world is full of opportunities, your brain will begin to search for and perceive more of these opportunities around you. Similarly, if you have a limiting belief like nothing ever works out, your brain will create a filter that seeks confirmation of that reality, ignoring positive opportunities. Therefore, the invisible force is also linked to the power of our brain to shape the world based on what we believe to be true. Intentions play a central role in this process. When you set a clear intention, it creates mental focus, directing neural activity to reinforce that intention. Over time, these patterns become stronger, shaping your perceptions and, consequently, your reality. Neuroscience shows us that by becoming more aware of our thoughts and intentions, we can literally reprogram our brains to create a life more aligned with our desires. This explains why intention-based meditations, affirmations, and visualizations are such powerful tools for transforming reality. They shape our neural networks and help align our mind with what we want to manifest. Another crucial aspect of this equation is the impact of emotions on our energy and, consequently, on our reality. Emotions are one of the most powerful forms of energy we emit. Every emotion we feel vibrates at a specific frequency. Emotions like joy, gratitude, and love vibrate at higher frequencies, while emotions like fear, anger, and sadness vibrate at lower frequencies. These vibrations directly affect the invisible force because our emotional state determines the quality of the energy we are emitting into the universe. When we are in a heightened emotional state, we emit high vibration energy that attracts experiences, people, and circumstances of similar vibrations. On the other hand, when we are stuck in low vibration emotions like fear or worry, we end up blocking the flow of positive energy and attracting more situations that reinforce that negative state. This happens because our emotions directly influence the quantum field around us. Just as in the double-slit experiment where the observer alters the behavior of matter, our emotions alter the behavior of the energy surrounding us. This means that to transform your life with your invisible force, it is not enough to just change your thoughts. It's also crucial to work on your emotions. Emotions serve as the fuel for intentions. A positive thought, for example, gains much more power when it is anchored in a strong emotion, like gratitude or enthusiasm. The heart, often described as the center of emotions, has an electromagnetic field much stronger than that of the brain, and this field affects how we interact with the energetic world around us. Therefore, aligning your emotions with your intentions is key to activating this invisible force. Modern science, both quantum physics and neuroscience, confirm something that spiritual traditions have known for millennia. We are co-creators of our reality. Our internal state, whether mental or emotional, is constantly shaping the external world. The invisible force is this subtle energy made up of our thoughts, emotions, and intentions, which interacts with the field of quantum possibilities, influencing how reality manifests. And as we become aware of this process, we can begin to create a life aligned with our deepest desires. Now that we understand the science behind the invisible force and how it shapes our reality, the next step is learning how to activate it consciously. Although this force is already operating in our lives, as we've seen in examples of synchronicity and intuition, true transformation occurs when we use it intentionally and purposefully. And for that, the first essential step is to achieve clarity of intention. Clarity of intention is the foundation for activating your invisible force. When you are clear about what you want to transform in your life, your energy automatically aligns with that intention. However, most people have vague or contradictory desires, which results in internal confusion. Imagine trying to navigate an ocean without knowing your destination. You end up adrift without a defined direction. The same happens with our energy. When we aren't clear about what we want, we send mixed signals to the universe, and manifestation becomes much more difficult. Defining your goals and desires clearly means having a specific and emotionally engaging vision of where you want to go. The more detailed and specific you are, the easier it will be for the universe to respond to your intention. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be happy," a clear intention would be, "I want to find a job that brings me joy and satisfaction, where I can use my talents to positively impact people's lives." This clarity brings focus and direction, allowing your invisible force to act with precision, rather than being dispersed in various directions. The second fundamental step to activating this force is the coherence between mind and heart. What often prevents the manifestation of our desires is the misalignment between what we think and what we feel. We might think positively about something, but if our emotions are not aligned with that thought, the energy won't flow as it should. This happens because the heart generates a much stronger electromagnetic field than the brain, meaning that our emotions have a deeper impact on the reality around us than just our thoughts. When your thoughts and feelings are in coherence, meaning when you think of something positive and feel a corresponding positive emotion, that vibration amplifies. The science of heart-brain coherence, studied by institutions like the HeartMath Institute, shows us that this synergy between the heart and mind creates a state of internal harmony where energy flows in a balanced and powerful way. The key here is to align what you want mind with what you feel heart. For example, if you desire more abundance, you must not only think about abundance but also feel gratitude and enthusiasm as if you were already living that reality. This alignment creates such a strong magnetic field that it begins to attract corresponding circumstances and opportunities. There are several practical techniques that can help you activate your invisible force, ensuring that your thoughts and emotions are aligned. One of the most effective is guided meditation. During meditation, your mind enters a more relaxed and receptive state, allowing you to deeply focus on your intention and begin to feel what it would be like to live the reality you desire. Meditation helps quiet mental noise and clear emotional blocks that may be preventing the flow of energy. Another powerful technique is creative visualization. This process involves imagining in detail the life you desire as if it is already happening. Close your eyes and visualize yourself in the desired environment. See, hear, and feel all the details. How do you feel in this scenario? What are you doing? Who is around you? The key is to engage all your senses in the visualization, making it as vivid as possible. The more real this mental experience feels, the more it will resonate with the quantum field around you, activating the invisible force to bring this reality into existence. The final step in this exercise is to feel as if this reality is already yours. This is the secret to activating your invisible force. It's not enough to just visualize. You must allow yourself to feel as if you are already living this experience. How do you feel upon achieving this goal? Gratitude? Joy? Peace? Let yourself truly immerse in these emotions. The more you practice this state of already fulfilled, the more you will send a clear and coherent signal to the universe, and your invisible force will begin to shape reality to bring this experience into your life. Daily affirmations are also valuable tools for aligning your mind and emotions with the desired goals. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements, like "I am worthy of abundance" or "I attract opportunities that align with my purpose." By repeating these affirmations daily, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind and reinforcing neural patterns that support what you want to manifest. Over time, these declarations become an intrinsic part of your belief system, and your internal vibration begins to attract corresponding experiences. Although the invisible force is incredibly powerful, it can be blocked by internal factors that limit its flow. This happens primarily when our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are not aligned with what we want to manifest. One of the biggest obstacles we face when trying to activate this force is self-sabotage, which often manifests through limiting beliefs and internal doubts. These negative thoughts can completely block the flow of energy and prevent the invisible force from acting in our lives. Self-sabotage can present itself in many ways, and one of the most common is through limiting beliefs we carry without even realizing it. Beliefs like "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve success," or "money is hard to come by" are deeply rooted in our subconscious and can strongly influence how our invisible force manifests. Even if you have clear intentions and practice visualization, if these limiting beliefs are present, they will act as barriers, preventing your energy from flowing freely toward your goals. Another block is fear, a low-vibration emotion that paralyzes the flow of energy. When you fear failure, fear not being accepted, or fear not getting what you want, your internal vibration becomes unregulated, and the invisible force loses intensity. Fear creates resistance, causing you to attract situations that confirm these insecurities instead of what you desire. A lack of confidence, both in yourself and in the universe, acts like a brake, slowing down or even preventing the desired results from manifesting. Internal doubt is another factor that can block the invisible force. When you doubt your ability to manifest your desires or question whether you really deserve to achieve what you want, This doubt sends a signal of confusion to the universe. Remember, the universe responds to clarity and confidence. If you are sending mixed signals, a clear desire mixed with doubts and fears, the result will be equally confused, and the flow of energy will be blocked. It's like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake at the same time. Internalized doubt creates an environment where the invisible force cannot operate at its full potential. To overcome these blocks and unlock the flow of the invisible force, the first step is to recognize the limiting beliefs and negative thoughts that are acting in your life. What you believe about yourself and the world is shaping your reality, whether you realize it or not. Start observing your thoughts throughout the day. When a challenging situation arises, ask yourself, what do I believe about this situation? If you notice that your response is rooted in fear, doubt, or a limiting belief, recognize this pattern and know that it can be reprogrammed. One effective way to reprogram the subconscious mind is through the use of positive affirmations, statements that you repeat to yourself, reprogramming your mind to believe in a new reality. However, for affirmations to work, they need to be repeated with conviction and emotion. Emotion is what gives power to the affirmation, allowing it to register deeply in the subconscious. For example, if you have a limiting belief like, "I'm not good enough," replace that belief with a powerful affirmation, such as, "I am worthy of all success and abundance." Repeat this affirmation daily, with emotion and intention, until it becomes a deeply rooted belief. Another powerful technique to unlock the flow of energy is the practice of meditation. Meditation allows you to calm your mind, slow the flow of thoughts, and, most importantly, reconnect with your inner state of balance. When we meditate, we allow ourselves to release attachment to fears, worries, and doubts, creating space for energy to flow freely again. During meditation, you can focus on your breath or a specific intention to release any resistance that is preventing your invisible force from acting. Over time, regular meditation practice helps reprogram your mind into a state of clarity and confidence. Paying attention to your own energy is also crucial for removing blocks. Each of us emits a vibration, and that vibration directly reflects our emotional and mental state. When you feel heavy, tired, or unmotivated, it's a sign that your vibration is low and your invisible force may be blocked. The opposite is also true. When you are feeling inspired, motivated, and energized, your vibration is high, and the flow of energy is natural and continuous. Pay attention to the subtle signs from your body and mind. If you notice that you are emitting low vibration energy, ask yourself, what can I do right now to raise my vibration? This could be something simple like listening to music you love, walking in nature, or practicing gratitude. The practice of gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for unlocking the flow of the invisible force. When you cultivate a state of gratitude, your internal vibration automatically rises to higher frequencies, which are in harmony with the flow of universal energy. Gratitude sends a clear message to the universe that you are at peace with what you already have, which in turn opens space for new positive experiences to flow into your life. If you feel blocked, practice the exercise of gratitude, focusing on all the things you are already thankful for, from the smallest to the most significant. When you start unlocking these flows, the invisible force can operate at its maximum potential, bringing about the transformations you desire so much. The secret lies in removing the internal barriers and allowing the energy to flow without resistance. This involves the conscious practice of observing your thoughts, reprogramming limiting beliefs, raising your emotional vibration, and maintaining confidence in the process. By doing so, you are tuning your energy to the quantum field around you, allowing the invisible force to operate fully and powerfully, manifesting your intentions with much greater ease and speed. Throughout history, There are countless examples of people who learn to activate their invisible force and, as a result, transform their lives in extraordinary ways. Many of these figures are celebrated for their achievements, but what is often not told is that their success didn't come solely from technical skills or external opportunities, but from a deep internal power. The power of clear intention, unwavering belief, and the alignment between mind and heart. These stories show that, regardless of the initial circumstances, we all have access to this transformative force. An inspiring example is Jim Carrey, the famous actor and comedian, who also attributes his success to the power of clear intention and visualization. In an interview, Carrey shared a story about how, early in his career, he wrote a check for $10 million to himself for services rendered and dated the check for a few years in the future. Every day, he visualized this amount entering his life and felt the emotion of having already achieved that success. Years later, he landed the role in the movie Dumb and Dumber, which earned him exactly $10 million. This is a classic example of how clear intention, combined with powerful visualization, can activate the invisible force and manifest tangible results. Beyond famous figures, many examples of transformation happen with ordinary people who learn to activate this force and profoundly change their lives. Consider the story of Sarah, a follower who felt trapped in an unfulfilling job and a routine that didn't bring her happiness. After learning about the power of intention and creative visualization, Sarah began to clearly define what she desired, a job that brought her satisfaction and allowed her to use her creative talents. Every day, she visualized this new reality, feeling the joy and gratitude as if she were already living that dream. 6 months later, an unexpected opportunity arose, an offer for a job in a field she had always wanted, with double the salary and the chance to express herself creatively. This was personal proof that by aligning your thoughts and feelings with your desires, you can completely transform your reality. There are also stories of financial transformation that demonstrate the impact of activating this force. One example is Joao, an entrepreneur who faced financial struggles and for many years believed that money was hard to come by. After discovering the power of the invisible force, he began to reprogram his mind to believe that abundance was his natural right. Joao adopted the practice of daily affirmations and visualizations, repeating to himself, "I attract abundance with ease. Money flows to me in unexpected ways." Over time, his internal belief changed, and he began to see new business opportunities arise in unexpected ways. Within a year, his company tripled its revenue, and he attributes this transformation to the power of aligning his energy with the vibration of abundance. These examples aren't isolated stories. They represent a universal principle that can be accessed by anyone. The invisible force is available to all of us, regardless of who we are or where we are in life. What all these stories have in common is clarity of intention, alignment between mind and heart, and the consistent practice of visualization and affirmations. When you begin to apply these practices in your life, transformation is not a question of if, but when. One of the most important lessons we learn from these success stories is that profound transformation happens from the inside out. None of these people started with perfect conditions. On the contrary, many faced significant challenges and obstacles in the beginning. However, by activating their invisible force and using the power of intention and visualization, they were able to rewrite their own story and create a life of abundance, success, and fulfillment. This shows that no matter where you are on your journey, there is always the possibility of transformation when you tap into this inner power. A powerful aspect of these stories is that they show how the invisible force transcends external barriers. Often, we think we need perfect external conditions, more money, connections, or luck for change to happen. However, these stories reveal that true change starts internally. When you activate your invisible force, the external world begins to align with your new internal energy, and the conditions that once seemed impossible begin to shift. Clarity of intention and the power of visualizing the desired outcome create a path for the universe to respond. Perhaps the most powerful story of all is your own. What could you achieve if you started today to activate your invisible force? How could your life change if you set a clear intention, aligned your mind and heart, and applied visualization techniques daily? Just like Jim Carrey, Sarah, and Joao, you have the ability to transform any aspect of your life. All that is needed is for you to commit to the process and trust in the power that is already within you. 58. The invisible force is not something distant or inaccessible. It is a part of who you are. As you look at these examples of real transformations, remember that you can also use this power to create the life of your dreams. You already have everything you need to start. Now it's your turn to activate this force and allow it to guide you toward the transformation you desire. Just like a drop of water is part of the vast ocean and a grain of sand contributes to the immensity of a beach, your like and subscription make all the difference in the growth of the channel. If you've watched this far, don't forget to like and subscribe.